Right, we'll have a look at these because I thought you might like to see. Ooh, I know what these are. I'm excited to see them. Ooh. Ooh, look. Little pictures. Well, these were eBay purchase. No, I'm not going to be able to show you, I don't think. But anyway. 2 gorgeous little picture frames. If I don't keep the pictures in. And on the back. They're obviously plates, so they're very old. I'd be ashamed to take them out, but then again I can't see what they are, but does it really matter? I don't know. Right, there's a couple more. They're all the same sort of thing. Ooh. Oh, cute. Mm. She actually reminds me of my Auntie Bertha a bit. That's nice. Oh, I think I'll clean her up. That's very nice. I like that. I love them because they're just like, ooh, oh gosh. We'll take them out that way then. Right. I like it. Some guy in a bowler hat. Hang on, let's see if I can get you a better angle there. These are all the same frame from the look of it. Yeah, they are. So maybe they're all related. And then we've got a guy and a woman. Think they're siblings? Could be, couldn't they? Gorgeous though. I think I'm going to display them like that. And then like that, so maybe a one long ribbon. They'd look beautiful, wouldn't they? Ooh, I'm excited. I love new things. Well, all things. But this is for, I'm not going to lie to you, a house that I bought recently. Which you will get to see eventually, just not quite yet. In between mid 30s and late 30s. So this I thought was perfect for it. But I've just literally boxed everything up inside it and put it away for now because I've got enough on my plate as it is without worrying about it. I just thought this was beautiful and I don't have to do a thing to it. I just love it the way it is. He's in a bag, let's let him out. So what's that? Is that a stick? I think it's a walking stick, is it meant to be? Oh, look, we can see what his jacket original colour was. He's got the way that's been put on, look. Oh, that's cute. I'm not going to touch him. I just think he's delectable the way he is. Is his hat glued on? Yeah, feels like it. Yeah, it's not moving. So anyway, he's my little 1930s, 40s boy. Cute. And there you go. I can't see. I think it's Germany. Cute. Right, I'll get on. Hi all. Well, here we are, another week. Let's get on with this project. I've still got to stain the bed down, so I should do that later on, off camera. You don't need to see that, I'm sure. This is the only ticking I've got left for a mattress, and unfortunately, although if I was to do it that way, it looks like it would fit, I think by the time I've got little seams on, it's going to be too small. So I'm going to have to piece it together. So I'll probably measure that. Not that I do a lot of measuring, but in this particular case I'll need to. And make it halfway, make a seam, and then, or I might just join it there and then make some little tucks to make it look like that's how it should be. As usual, we'll make it up as we go along, eh? Right, so right, we now have 2 pieces of fabric. Obviously, because I've had to join them, I've put 2 seams there. So when I come to put my little, I can't think what you call it anyway, I know what I mean. Then we need a piece of fabric to go all the way around. Right, so all we're going to do is we're going to cut a strip off this, because it's a nice long piece, luckily, and we'll just literally judge roughly how much we need, like that. So we'll cut this bit here. It's down to some hand sewing, but before that I'm going to have to go and warm up because it is freezing in here. Right, mattress turned around as we saw before. So now I've got to decide. I was going to fill it with feathers, and I could get some, I have got some, but I don't know. I was kind of reading something about feathers being attracting a lot of dust mites and things, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I have done one in feathers. So I think I'm going to fill it with lavender because I think it'll have not a similar feel, obviously, but it's still nice. It'll be nice and tactile still, and certainly won't be as soft for the dolls, but I'm sure they won't complain. Right, it's just a matter of sewing this up now. Right, so it's a good fit. I was a bit worried it might be a bit big. It's obviously, as you can see, quite. Here I'm just using a bit of felt on both sides of the mattress to add a bit of colour and definition. Had to choose which one. Right, I think the best option is to get on with the bits I've made decisions on and then cross the bridges as I come to it. So that's what we'll do. Right, I've got the little ground sheet on, I've ironed it. So now I'm just measuring. I'm looking at about there. Right, I've marked that with nothing more than my nail. Right, I've cut that down to size. Right, I've ironed this in place, so I'm just going to hand sew it in now. I'd just like to say a big thank you to anybody who's liked, subscribed and left a comment. You're all amazing, thank you. And if anybody hasn't subscribed, if you could do so, that really helps the channel out and I would really appreciate it, so thank you. Okay, there it is. I've just ironed it over so it sits on the corners. Like I say, this isn't really ideal, but like I say, you could cut it off, sew it there, And anyway, that would give you the reverse, but I'm really not bothered. So let's crack on. Right, I know this looks complicated, but this is going to be the pillow, which sits along there. But as you can see, I only have this piece of lace. So I'm going to sew that onto there. And then I'm going to sew that corner onto there. I sewed the little envelope onto the back of the pillow front. I then filled it with some dried lavender. This is some felt that I wet felted some time ago, and I'm just giving it a blanket stitch. I'm not great at doing this stitch, but I had a go anyway. I'm making a rosette for the middle of the eiderdown here, and I end up reversing it because I didn't like it much. And here I'm making a frill for the outside of the eiderdown, and this was very fiddly, and I really didn't enjoy this part of it at all, but you know, gotta do the good with the bad. Just using polyester stuffing to stuff it with. I ended up taking this downstairs and finishing it off for quite a few hours. But anyway, we got there in the end, and I thought I'd bring it back to show you a few French knots, and I do some chain stitching around the edge as well in pink. So yeah, watch that. Just sealing the edges of this lace with a little bit of glue just stops it fraying. Now I've got to say, you won't see me get a crochet needle out very often because I really can't crochet. I'm not very good at it at all. I've had a go and never found much success with it, but here I'm just doing the basic chain stitch that you would normally crochet into, just to give me some sort of line that I need, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm just finding the middle of the line here so I can sew the middle on, and then I do the same again to get quarters. Hang on, we'll just remind you what the mattress looked like. So there's the mattress, remember? Because it feels like a lifetime ago to me. And these sheets are a bit of a nuisance like this, but I mean, you could make them fitted with elastic on or something, but what I've been doing is just turning it and pulling it through like that, just to tighten it all up. And that seems to work nicely. And then you can just tuck these bits in. I had a knife, I just tucked them in with that. Like that. Obviously I've got my hand against the mattress so it doesn't fall back out. And that should tighten it up nicely. There you go. Right, as you know, we made the bed, put the lace on the sides. There's my pillow. That's probably the least thing I'm happiest with. And then we have the sheet. Now the idea of this was, I was looking for lace and bits and pieces, and I came across one of those milk jug covers, or the covers that with the beads on that keep the flies out. And I thought, do you know what? That is a brilliant idea to keep the sheets down. And I will show you what that looks like after. Obviously, I'll give you a side view. And then my felt, and all I'm doing with that is I'm rolling it up like that and just breathing on it with a bit of steam, just to help it curl down a bit. And I didn't sew the beads onto the corners there because I do want that to be able to do that. And then my little eider down. Again, it's probably a little bit on the stiff side, but you know, well, looks cozy enough to me. Well, there it is. I put it in the downstairs room just to show you properly, because it's difficult to film. I will pop it up there and show you. I just love the little beaded effect. I think it's super cute. And there's the other side. just so you can see. And you can put this bit over the top should you want. So anyway, there it is in place in its actual bedroom now. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now. See you next week.